من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وآله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الله الحكيم في كتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولقد يسرنا القرآن للذكر فهل من مدكر صدق الله العلي العظيم. Inshallah, today we will be starting unit 2 that has the abwab of Mazid and Fi. Alhamdulillah, we have studied in detail abwab of Sulasi Mujarrad, and we have also done many examples, and mashallah, you have also sent me many of the Tasreef from Sulasi Mujarrad. Now, the unit 2, which is Al-Mazidun Fi, it comprises of several parts. Part 1, Bab Taf'il, which is the form 2 of the part, and then part 2 is Bab Mufa'ala, form 3. Then part 3 is Bab If'al, form 4. Then part 4 is Bab Tafa'ul, form 5. Then part 5 is Bab Tafa'ul, form 6. And then part 6 is Bab Infi'al, which is form 7. And then Bab Ifti'al and Bab Istaf'al and Bab Fa'alalah and Bab Tafa'alul. And then it will be summary of this unit. So inshallah, what we are going to do is move on directly, because alhamdulillah the base is made properly, and inshallah we will move on to the next topic. Please mute your microphones. Thank you. So this will start with page 76 of the book, which has the introduction. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We have learned that a sigha is made of two components, the verb and the pronoun, which is the fa'il. For example, fatahtum. Letters found in all forms are called root letters or hurufe asliyah, also called jizr, jim, zal, ra. In this example, the root letters are fa, ta, and ha. So we have explained in detail the concept of root letter, the maddah, what we call maddah, the root letters, the material of the word, and the wazn. So wazn is the standard form for any of the ism or fi'l, and maddah is the 3 letters or 4 letters that we have as what we call root letters. Let's move on. Types of verbs, number of root letters. So according to the number of root letters, a verb can be divided into 2 categories. The first one is sulasi. So sulasi is the trilateral verbs with 3 root letters. They are called sulasi. For example, fatahtum. And then the second one is the quadrilateral verbs with 4 root letters. These are called ruba'i. For example,
sorry, we can't hear you straight now.
Types of verbs, types of letters. Just wait for a moment, please. Okay, so moving on, types of verbs or types with the types of letters. According to the types of letters, a verb can be divided into 2 categories. Verbs with only root letters, they are called mujarrad, and the second one is verbs with affixes. Okay, affixes, which are usually suffixes and which are usually prefixes. These are called mazidun fi. For example, istaghfara, istaghfartum. The affixes, additional letters added to the verb, are called huruf za'idah. Huruf za'idah. So for example, let us give an example here so to make things easy. For example, we have fa ain lam with fa'ala. You know this fa'ala very well. So if we change it to af'alu. No, not af'alu, af'ala. If we change it to af'ala, then it is in bab if'al, and the red hamza, which is the hamzatul qata, is the huruf zaida. If it was af'alu, then this hamza was not huruf zaida, because then af'alu naf'alu, it was the sigha number 13 for fi'l mudari, af'alu, right? Here we have af'ala, which is the form 4, bab if'al, the past tense, the madi of bab if'al. So here it will be The red hamza will be hamzatul qata, and it is حرف زائد. Let's take another example. استفعل. So here, of course, we have fa, ain, and lam, which are the huruf asliya, and hamza and sin are huruf za. Hamza, sin, and ta are huruf zaida. Istaf'ala, for example, istakhraja, right? So hamza, sin, and ta are huruf zaida. Now, in this case, this hamza is not hamzatul qata, this is hamzatul wasl. Okay, inshallah, we will go into details afterwards. Now, moving on to the summary, page 77. So the summary makes it like this. In total, we can have 4 combinations of verbs. Either it is sulasi mujarrad, or it is sulasi mazidun fi, or it is rubai mujarrad, or it is rubai mazidun fi. And this is the chart for this. So sulasi mujarrad, sulasi mazidun fi, rubai mujarrad, rubai mazidun fi. Now what is rubai? Now in the note, he's telling us in the scale of rubai words, in the scale of rubai words, the 4th letter is labeled as the second lam. So in the sulasi, we only had fa, ain, lam. In rubai, we have fa, ain, lam, and lam. The first lam and the second lam. Abwab sulasi mazidun fi war rubai. In this section, we are going to study 8 abwab of sulasi mazidun fi and 2 abwab of rubai verbs. 8 abwab from sulasi mazidun fi and 2 abwab from rubai. So the masdar of the mazidun fi sulasi verbs follow a fixed pattern. So if it is bab of if'al, all the masadar will be on the wazn of if'al, on the scale, on the pattern of if'al. If it is bab taf'il, then all the masadar of bab taf'il will be on the scale of taf'il. For example, tanqidun bar wazn taf'ilun. Okay, we'll study that in detail. Let's not go into the examples. Just for a brief explanation of this sentence, the masdar of mazidun of sulasi mazidun fi verbs follow a fixed pattern. So whatever is the name of that bab is according to the masdar of that bab. Therefore, each bab is named after the masdar of that bab with the root letters fa, ain, and lam, and all the other letters will be izafi. Like they would be, they are not the root letters, but they are huruf zaidah. Then, for example, the masdar of verbs on the pattern of fa'ala yaf'alu come on the pattern of taf'ilan. Okay, fa'ala yufa'ilu. Okay, the pattern of fa'ala yufa'ilu comes on the pattern of taf'ilan. Therefore, this bab is called bab taf'il. The abwab of mazidun fi are each assigned a Roman numeral. So we will give a Roman numeral to the name, to the forms. Now coming on to page 78, the abwab are listed in the table below. The extra letters, that is huruf zaida, are highlighted in red. So you can see these in detail. First we had fataha yaftahu, fataha yaftahu. Then we had sami'a yasma'u, daraba yadribu, nasara yansuru, hasiba yahsibu, and karuma yakrumu. So this was all learned already in unit 1. Okay? Now the masdar part is empty here. The masdar part is empty here because they have several masadar. They have many patterns of masadar. Now moving on to these forms, which are the sulasi mazidun fi. So this is all like 1A, 1B. You can name them 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F. 1F.
Sayyidina, we can't hear you.
Okay, just a second, please. Now moving on to form 2. Form 2 is fa'ala yufa'ilu taf'ilan. Form 3 is fa'ala yufa'ilu mufa'alatan. Form 4 is af'ala yuf'ilu if'alan. Form 5 is tafa'ala yatafa'alu tafa'ulan. Form 6 is tafa'ala yatafa'alu tafa'ulan. Form 7 is infa'ala yanfa'ilu infi'alan. Form 8 is ifta'ala yafta'ilu ifti'alan. Form 9 is if'alla yaf'allu if'ilalan. Form 10 is istaf'ala yastaf'ilu istif'alan. Form 11 is if'alla yaf'allu if'alan. And then the next are ruba'i. Ruba'i mujarrad is only on one wazn, which is fa'lala yufa'lilu fa'lalatan. And ruba'i mazidun fi is also on one pattern, which is tafa'lala yatafa'lalu tafa'lulan. It seems to be difficult, but it is not difficult because only a handful of masadar and only a handful of nouns and verbs are from the ruba'i section. Maybe 20 to 25 in all. Not more than that. I think 20 is enough. Maybe only 20 verbs and nouns. Okay. So inshallah, nothing to worry about. I'm sure you have heard about all these verb forms already. So form 2, form 3, form 4, and etc. Inshallah, we will discuss them in detail, and we will do the tasarif as we have done in form 1, which was sulasi mujarrad. We will do the same with sulasi mazidun fi. Now, moving on to page 79. Rules of sulasi mazidun fi and rubai verbs. The first thing, al-majhulu for sulasi mazidun fi and rubai verbs. How do we make majhul? So we know the rules of changing a verb to the majhul form have been mentioned below, mentioned before, like on page 42, we have already learned that. So when we have sarrafa, what we do is we change it to surrifa. And in fi'l mudari, yusarrifu changes to yusarrafu. Yusarrafu. So the dhamma at the beginning does not change in fi'l mudari, because you can notice that in babe taf'il, the fi'l mudari starts with the dhamma, right? It's yusarrifu, not yasarrifu. Let me show it in closely. Okay, here. So it's the fi'l mudari of form 2, which is babe taf'il, also called babe tasreef. We have yusarrifu. Yusarrifu, right? So yusarrifu changes to yusarrafu. The dhamma remains the same, only the kasra changes to the fatha. And for sarrafa, it is easy, surrifa. Now, what about the fi'l amr of mazidun, sulasi mazidun fi and rubai verb? What about the fi'l amr? The letter after the huruf mazare in many of the sulasi mazidun fi and rubai verbs have a haraka that is fatha, dhamma or kasra. Therefore, when forming the amr, there is no need to add the hamzatul wasl after the removing the huruf mazare. Once you remove the huruf mazare, for example, let's have a look at the example. Example makes it very easy. So, yusarrifu. If I conjugate yusarrifu, it would be yusarrifu, yusarrifani, yusarrifuna, tusarrifu, tusarrifani, yusarrifna. And then sigha number 7, which is tusarrifu, which is in front of us here, tusarrifu, right? So if we want to make fi'l amr mukhatib, we remove the alamat mudari, which is ta. We remove the ta, and what we have is sarrif. And at the last fa, we remove the dhamma and make it sakina. So it easily changes to fi'l amr, which is sarrif. Yani you change this or you change that, right? Tum tasreef karo, tum badal do. So the word was tusarrifu. Tusarrifu was made sakina at the end, it became tusarrif. And when we remove the alamat of mudare, which is the letter ta, it changes to sarrif. Now, moving on to the ism al-fa'il and ism al-maf'ul of sulasi mazidun fi and rubai verbs. The ism al-fa'il and the ism al-maf'ul form from the abwab of sulasi mazidun fi and rubai are formed from the mudare by changing the harf al-mudare to meme. इसमें फाइल और इसमें मफूल कैसे बनेगा? सिर्फ मीम लगा दें आप उसके हर्फ मुजारे की जगह पर. ओके. The penultimate letter of the ism fa'il will have a kasra. The ain al-fa'il will have a kasra in ism fa'il. So if it was yufa'ilu, then the ism fa'il will be mufa'ilun. Right? Mufa'ilun. You remember how we made ism fa'il? We made ism fa'il from ma'ruf and we made ism maf'ul from majhul. So this is the ma'ruf, yufa'ilu. Here in today's class, we also learned how we change ma'ruf to majhul. So this is mudare ma'ruf changed to mudare majhul, and then this mudare ma'ruf has been changed to ism fa'il, and the mudare majhul has been changed to ism maf'ul. For example, muqallidun and muqalladun, muallimun and muallamun. Okay, we will see all the examples inshallah in the example section. Okay, so this is mudare ma'ruf, yufa'ilu changes to mufa'ilun for ism fa'il, and this is the majhul, yufa'alu, which changes to mufa'alun for ism maf'ul. Inshallah, I hope that this is clear for you. If you want to take a screenshot. Okay. Now we have a note here. The kasra with the shadda is written differently in different scripts. We know that he is writing the kasra below the shadda. We write the kasra below the letter and the shadda remains at the top. So this is the difference that he is explaining here. In some, it is written as under the shadda, and in others, it is written as under the letters. For example, let's see the example. Tazillina or tazillina. Both are the same. Only the kasra here it is below the letter, and there it was below the shadda. Moving on to page number 80. Bab Taf'il, which is the part 2 of this unit. Part 2 of this unit. So, in this until now we have discussed the introduction. What are the abwab mazidun fi? What are the abwab rubai? How many forms of sulasi mazidun fi are there that we are going to study? And how do we make ma'ruf? We change the ma'ruf to majhul, and how we make the ism fa'il and ism maf'ul, and how we make the fa'il amr, all discussed in within 20 minutes. Right? If there are any questions or we need to revisit something, please inform me now. Chalo, alhamdulillah. So moving on to page 80, which is the part 1 after the introduction, Bab Taf'il, which is the form 2. Form 2. The harf zaid is the repeated ain kalimah. The harf zaid is the repeated ain kalimah. This simple statement explains everything about Bab Taf'il. So Bab Taf'il will have masadir according to the scale of Taf'ilun or Taf'ilan. Right? So when we say fa'ala yufa'ilu, after that we don't say Taf'ilun, we say Taf'ilan. التصريف الصغير فعل يفعل تفعيلا يفعل يفعل تفعيلا. right. فعل لا تفعل مفعل مفعل فهو مفعل فذاك مفعل. for اسم فاعل اسم مفعول, when you read the اسم فاعل you can read it like فهو ضارب. there we said فهو فاتح, but here we say فهو مفعل فهو مقلد فهو معلم. right. And then when we say فذاك we are pointing to a person that is مفعول in the form of مفعل. When we see the examples, inshallah, this will be more clear, inshallah. So now we have the Sarf al-Kabir, which is very easy and very simple. صدق صدق صدقا صدقوا صدقت صدقتا صدقنا صدقت صدقتما صدقتم صدقتي صدقتما صدقتن صدقتوا صدقنا. Then we have يصدق. So يصدق يصدقان يصدقون تصدق تصدقان يصدقنا تصدق تصدقان تصدقون تصدقين تصدقان تصدقنا أصدق and نصدق. For ماضي مجهول we have صدق صدق صدقا صدقوا صدقت صدقتا صدقنا صدقت صدقتما صدقتم صدقتي صدقتما صدقتنا صدقتوا صدقنا. Then we have مضارع مجهول يصدق يصدق يصدقان يصدقون تصدق تصدقان يصدقنا تصدق تصدقان تصدقون تصدقين تصدقان تصدقنا and أصدق نصدق. Then what we have is a فعل أمر صدق صدق صدقا صدقوا صدقي صدقا صدقنا صدق صدقا صدقوا صدقي صدقا صدقنا. صدق means मैं आपको कहता हूं कि इसकी तस्दीक करें. Testify this, right? Okay, so moving on to لا تصدق. This is nahi. Don't affirm or don't confirm, right? لا تصدق لا تصدقا لا تصدقوا لا تصدقي لا تصدقا لا تصدقنا. Then we have اسم فاعل which is simple and easy. مصدق مصدقان مصدقون مصدقة مصدقتان مصدقات. And then at last we have the اسم مفعول which is the same, only the kasra changes to fatha. مصدق مصدقان مصدقون مصدقة مصدقتان and مصدقات, and that's it. ये आपकी तसरीफ कबीर हो गई बाब तफईल में, page 80. Moving on to vocabulary and summary. Okay, there are very less examples that he has given here. Maybe he has given in the exercises. So صدق يصدق تصديقا, it is already done. علم يعلم تعليما. Now inshallah I will request your presence inshallah. Who will do this علم? Yes, can you people hear me, or you want me to do it first?
We have to do, sorry, first before I continue, can you explain me again, if you don't mind, the difference between Kabir and Sagir? Kabir is the whole chart, yeah?
Yes, Kabir is the whole chart of 14 arkan or 6 arkan together. This is Kabir.
And Sagir? And Sagir.
And Kabir is the one-liner.
One minute. Let me take a screenshot. This is Kabir. And Sagir is only one line. Okay.
One minute. This is Kabir. It is written on the top in blue color. You can see that. Sarf Kabir and Sarf Sagir. Sarf Sagir is only the first rukun of every conjugation. The first rukun of every tasreef is written here. Right?
So if I highlight, it's the first fa'ala.
Fa'ala. So saddaqa barwazne fa'ala. Now you have done the fa'ala part, right? So start making it on saddaqa.
So I should know saddaqa, saddaqa, saddaku, saddakat, saddakata, saddakna, saddakta, saddaktuma, saddaktum, saddakti, saddaktuma, saddaktunna, صدقت صدقنا.
Very good, mashallah. Now فعل مضارع معروف is يصدق.
يصدق يصدقان يصدقون يصدق تصدق
يصدق.
تصدقان يصدقنا.
Yeah, right.
تصدق تصدقان تصدقون تصدقين تصدقان تصدقنا أصدق نصدق.
نصدق. Very good, mashallah. أحسنتي. Okay, so now what is a فعل ماضي مجهول?
فعل الماء صدق. Is it صدق؟
صدق. Very good. So صدق changes to صدق for فعل ماضي مجهول. صدق. The first letter which has a fatha changes to dhamma, right? The second letter which has a fatha changes to a kasra. The third letter remains the same because it is mabni al fath, right? And then صدق changes to صدق. Now conjugate صدق.
I may be صدق صدقا صدقوا صدقت صدقتا صدقنا صدقت صدقتما صدقتم صدقتي صدقتما صدقتن صدقت صدقنا.
MashaAllah, very good. Are you counting on fingers?
Yeah.
No, you're counting on fingers. MashaAllah, very good. If you count on fingers, there is very less chance that you will make a wrong conjugation. Okay. Okay. So the next one, فعل مضارع معروف is يصدق. يصدق already the dhamma. So the dhamma remains the same. Only the kasra on ain on the ain kalima changes to a fatha. So what it makes yusaddaqu. It makes yusaddaqu. So maruf is also starting with a dhamma and majhul is also starting with a dhamma, right?
The only changes is this one, the kasra.
Yes, the only change is on the ainul fail. The only changes is on the ainul fail. We know which one is foul fail, which one is ainul fail, and which one is lamul fail. So foul fail is sad, ainul fail is dal, and qaful and lamul fail is qaf, right? So we only change the harakat of the ainul fail and change to yusaddaqu. Yes, please.
يصدقوا يصدقاني يصدقون تصدقوا تصدقاني يصدقنا.
Yes.
تصدقوا تصدقاني تصدقون تصدقين تصدقاني تصدقنا أصدقوا.
نصدقوا. أحسنتي. MashaAllah, very good. Okay, so what we have next is فعل أمر معروف. Sorry, فعل أمر حاضر. فعل أمر حاضر. Where you make فعل أمر حاضر? How do you make فعل أمر حاضر?
صدق.
صدق. Very good. What you did? You removed the ya. Oh, sorry, you removed the ta because you will make it from the ta. Like you will make it from تصدق. So you remove the first letter and then you make the last letter sakin, right? And it becomes صدق. How do you conjugate صدق?
صدق صدقا صدقوا صدقي صدقا صدقنا.
Very good. MashaAllah. And how do you make اسم فاعل?
اسم فاعل.
You place a meme. You place a meme instead of the ya. You place a meme instead of a ya. You remove the ya, place a meme.
مصدق.
مصدق.
مصدقون.
Yes.
مصدقون مصدقاني.
I can't hear you. Please speak loudly. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I was worried. So I do مصدقون.
Yes.
And then
it's your turn.
مصدقاني مصدقون
Mm-hmm.
مصدقين مصدقاني مصدقنا.
No, this is not فعل مضارع. This is اسم الفاعل.
اسم الفاعل.
مصدق مصدقان مصدقون مصدقة مصدقتان مصدقات.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, once again. مصدق.
مصدق مصدقان مصدقون مصدقة مصدقتان مصدقات.
Very good. Now اسم مفعول.
So three masculine and three feminine.
Yes. In the اسم فاعل and اسم مفعول we have 3 masculine, 3 feminine. In the فعل أمر حاضر we have 3 masculine, 3 feminine.
Okay, yeah, برابر. So مفعول is مصدقان مصدقان.
No, not مصدقان. مصدقون.
مصدقون مصدقان مصدقون. مصدقة مصدقة مصدقتان مصدقات.
Okay, very good. So here, I think there is a mistake here. To believe
Yeah.
it's not correct. Okay, it's not correct at all. Saddaq
Okay.
is about either authenticizing something, because the word tasdeeq means to authentify. जैसे कोई कोई पेपर होता है, फॉर एग्जांपल कोई डॉक्यूमेंट होता है, उसकी हम तस्दीक कराते हैं. तस्दीक यानी अ पर्सन लुक्स एट द ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट एंड ही अटेस्ट्स द फोटोकॉपी, right? And he puts in his stamp and the signature that this is the real copy of the document, right? So this is called
Right.
tasdeeq. तस्दीक यानी उसको सच्चा साबित करना, to testify or to not exactly testify but to जी
Proof it.
prove, yes, to prove it as a proof.
prove it.
Okay, it's not
So
to believe
there's
it.
wrong translation. Okay.
Wrong translation here. Okay, it's not, tasdeeq is not to believe, it's about amana yu'minu. Okay. Okay, so what do we have left? We don't have anything left, I think, right? We are
Right.
done, mashallah. Next is Zainab, inshallah. Zainab, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, can you please come closer to the microphone?
Okay. Which hand should I do? Allama? Okay. Allama, allama, allamu, allamat, allamata, allamna, allamta, allamtuma, allamtum, allamti, allamtuma, allamtunna, allamtu, allamna.
Very good. Wait for a moment. Mr. Shamim, please mute your microphone.
Thank you.
Okay, so allama, it was allama. Now, if we want to make it majhul, how do you make it?
Ullima, ullima, ullimu, ullimat, ullimata, ullimna, ullimta, ullimtuma, ullimtum, ullimti, ullimtuma, ullimtunna, ullimtu, ullimna.
Very good, mashallah. Now, mudare is yu'allimu, starting with the dhamma. So, mudare ma'ruf.
مضارع ماضي اوكي. يعلموا يعلماني يعلمون تعلموا تعلماني يعلمنا انت تعلموا تعلماني تعلمون انت تعلمين تعلماني تعلمنا أعلموا نعلموا.
Very good, mashallah. Now, we have mudare ma'ruf, mudare majhul.
يعلموا يعلموا يعلماني يعلمون تعلموا تعلماني يعلمنا أنت علموا تعلماني تعلمون تعلمين تعلماني تعلماني تعلمنا أعلموا نعلموا.
Very good, mashallah. Now we make ism fa'il. What is ism fa'il?
اسم فاعل معلم.
معلم. Okay.
معلم معلماني معلمون معلمة.
Lady معلم.
You can't hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. معلمون معلماني معلمون معلمة معلمتان معلمات.
Very good, mashallah. Okay, moving on to ism maf'ul. So what would be the ism maf'ul? So the ism fa'il was muallimun.
Yeah.
What should be maf'ul?
معلم
Muallamun.
Yeah.
Muallamun. Right? Muallamun. So I am the muallim
Yeah.
and you are the muallam.
Okay.
Right? You are the muallam. I am the teacher, so I am muallim, and
Yeah.
you are the one being taught, so you are muallam, but you are not muallam. You are muallamah.
Yeah.
Muallamah, not muallimah. Okay?
No.
So it makes a lot of difference. It changes the person directly. Now, muallam.
معلم معلمان معلمون معلمة معلمتان معلمات.
MashaAllah, very good. Muallamatun, muallamatun. So you are muallamatan, right? You both
Yeah,
are
one of two. Yeah.
right? Muallamatan. Muallamatan. Tan because the ta of the tanis. The ta marbuta changes, which is the alamat tanis, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Now next one, sister Shamim, your turn again.
So if
كذب.
we do fail Amar, what will be
Oh, sorry. I didn't take fail Amar. Sorry.
no, Alim.
Allim. Yes. Conjugate allim.
Alim, Alima, Alimu, Alim, Alim, Alima, Alimu, Alimi, Alima, Alimna.
Allimna. Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for reminding. Okay, sister Shamim.
جي. كذب كذبا كذبوا كذبت كذبتا كذبنا كذبتا كذبتما كذبتم كذبتي كذبتما كذبتن كذبت كذبنا.
Okay, mashallah. Now majhul.
No, مجهول. كذب كذبا كذبوا كذبت كذبتا كذبنا كذبت كذبتما كذبتم كذبتي كذبتما كذبتن كذبت كذبنا.
MashaAllah, very good. يكذب فعل مضارع معروف.
يكذب يكذبان يكذبون تكذب تكذبان يكذبن تكذب تكذبان تكذبون تكذبين تكذبون
Mhm.
تكذبين تكذبان تكذبن أكذب نكذب.
Very good. Okay. Now, فعل مضارع مجهول.
Yeah. يكذب يكذب يكذبان يكذبون تكذب تكذبان يكذبن تكذب تكذبان تكذبون تكذبين تكذبان تكذبن أكذب نكذب.
MashaAllah, very good. أحسنتي. Okay. So what is فعل أمر حاضر?
كذب كذبا كذبوا كذبي كذبا كذبنا.
Okay, MashaAllah. So what is left is اسم فاعل.
اسم فاعل is يكذب مكذب مكذب مكذبون مكذبان مكذبون مكذبة مكذبتان مكذبات.
Good. And what is the اسم مفعول?
مكذبون مكذبان مكذبون مكذبة مكذبتان مكذبنا.
No, مكذبات.
مكذب مكذبات. Feminine, yeah.
Yes, it is feminine. So this is اسم فاعل. Okay, it's not a فعل. It's not a فعل. It's اسم فاعل, right? MashaAllah, very good. أحسنتم. So what's the difference between sadaqa and saddaqa? What difference does a bab makes in a word? It is a very important question, right? And we haven't seen any answers about it. So what changes in meaning it poses? So either it is, so when we change, when we have the bab taf'il, it means one of the two things. Either the action is recurring, you have to write it down please, or you can take screenshot, no problem, but let me write it properly. Bab taf'il. Sorry for my handwriting, I'm writing with my finger. So bab taf'il, what changes? Either it is a repetition of an act, R-E-P, how do you spell it? How do you spell it? R-E-P-E, repetition, T-tation, right? Is it correct?
Yes, I think so.
I think repetition.
Or there should be an I.
T-I-T-I.
Repetition, right? Either the repetition of the action, okay, or doing it with strength. Okay, either it is for repetition of an action, or it is to do something with strength.
Okay.
And another purpose for it is to turn a lazim into a muta'addi. And I will explain this later.
So Katala is he killed. Katala is he killed with strength.
With strength. He killed vigorously. He killed, he did put all his efforts to kill. Then qattala.
Okay.
So we can also say effort, strength or effort. or he killed again and again. Right? So this is the meaning that bab taf'il brings into a verb or a noun. Like muallim is the one who teaches again and again with strength, with all his efforts. That is called muallim. Right?
Oh, noun. Okay.
Mufassil. Mufassil is the thing or the person who explains in great detail, in great tafsil. Inshallah, I will make you practice many of the verbs from bab taf'il because it is very frequently used in the Quran. Okay.
Okay.
So we will understand all the meanings. Is this done? Inshallah, we can move on. Inshallah.
Ji.
All right. Now we have 3 more examples. Inshallah. So now it's Zainab's turn, and inshallah, after doing this, we will end. And inshallah, in the next session, I will bring more examples of bab taf'il to make it very clear and evident to you both, inshallah, and to all our viewers that how we can generate different sigas on the basis of what we know until now. So if you if someone is stumbling on sulasi mujarrad, if they are not able to make fi'l mudari in simple sulasi mujarrad, then they will find it very difficult to make it here and to understand the meaning. So now here we have got, yes, Zainab, are you ready, inshallah?
Yeah.
Nazzala.
Nazala, nazala, nazalu, nazalat, nazalata, nazalna, nazalta, nazaltuma, nazaltum, nazalti, nazaltuma, nazaltuna, nazaltu, nazalna.
Nazzalna, very frequently used in the Quran. Nazzalna, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then how do you make it majhul?
Nuzalla.
No.
Nuzilla.
Nuzzila.
Nuzilla.
Carry on.
Nuzilla, nuzilla, nuzilu, nuzilat, nuzilata, nuzilna, nuzilta, nuziltuma, nuziltum, nuzilti, nuziltuma, nuziltuna, nuziltu, nuzilna.
Very good. Okay, in the English translation, to reveal is not a correct translation. Okay, I don't agree with this at all. Okay, Nuzzilna. Okay, now what we got here, we have yunazzilu.
Yunazzilu, yunazzilu, yunazzilani, yunazziluna, tunazzilu, tunazzilani, yunazzilna, anta, tunazzilu, tunazzilani, tunazziluna, anti, tunazzilina, tunazzilani, tunazzilna, unazzilu, nunazzilu.
ننزل نحن ننزل من القرآن ما هو شفاء ورحمة للمؤمنين. Okay, and so let's move on to majhul. So how do you make majhul for yunazzilu?
Yunazzilu.
Yes, yunazzilu, conjugate.
Yunazzilu, yunazzilani, yunazziluna, tunazzilu, tunazzilani, nunazzalna.
Yunazzalna.
Yeah, what did I say?
Okay, carry on.
Anta, tunazzilu, tunazzilani, tunazziluna.
Nazzaluna.
Oh, okay.
Carry on.
Anti, tunazzilina, tunazzilani, tunazzalna. Unazzalu, nunazzalu.
Okay, very good, mashallah. Now we move on to Amr Hadar.
Huh?
Pehle Amr.
في الأمر حاضر نزل.
How do you make Pehle Amr Hadar? Tell me the process.
Oh, I don't know. It's to wait. It's to.
ऐसे नहीं, जो प्रोसेस है उस प्रोसेस को फॉलो करना है. प्रोसेस क्या है? हर्फ मुजारे को हटा दिया. Let me show it here. First, remove the harf mudare. When you make fi'l amr hazir, it's not ya, okay? It's ta actually.
Ta, yeah.
So you remove the ta first, okay? You remove the ta. Then you have got nazzilu. You remove the dhamma and change it to
sukun.
No need for hamzatul wasl because already the first letter has a fatha. So it becomes
Nazzil.
nazzil. Yes, conjugate.
نزل نزلا نزلوا نزلي نزلا نزلنا.
Okay. How do you make اسم فاعل?
منزل
Yes,
منزلون
منزل.
منزلون منزلان منزلون منزلة منزلتان منزلات.
منزلات. Very good. And how do you make اسم مفعول?
منزل منزلون
Yes.
منزلان منزل no منزلون منزلان لاني
منزلان.
منزلان منزلون منزلين
No,
منزل.
no. You are changing fatha to kasra.
Yeah, I keep on
Start
sleeping on the
منزلون.
words now. Let me start from the
منزلون.
beginning. منزلون منزلان منزلون منزلة منزلتان منزلات. Yeah.
Very good. MashaAllah. Taqabbal Allah. Well done. Now we have got two more, inshallah. You've got two more.
Yeah.
So, in the meaning of nazzala, let me explain something here. Nazzala again is to send down with force or to send down repeatedly. Okay. Tanzil is actually about repeatedly sending down, like sending down a message, and it is used for the Quran. Tanzilun min kitab, tanzilun, like it is used in the Quran. I don't recall exactly what the ayat were, but inshallah I'll show you the ayat as well for this. Tanzil. Ji?
Nah, sorry.
Okay. So it is to send down repeatedly. Okay. Okay. Azzaba. Sister Shamim. Azzaba.
أذب أذب أذبوا أذبت أذبت أذبنا أذبت أذبتما أذبتم أذبتي أذبتما أذبتن أذبت أذبنا.
Okay.
أذب أذب أذبوا أذبت أذبتا أذبنا أذبت أذبتما أذبتم أذبتي أذبتما أذبتن أذبت أذبنا.
Very good.
يؤذب يؤذبان يؤذبون تؤذب تؤذبان يؤذبن تؤذب تؤذبان تؤذبون تؤذبين تؤذبان تؤذبن أؤذب نؤذب.
Yes. وأعذبهم عذابا شديدا. أعذب. I will give them a punishment. Right?
Right.
Okay. And then what about majhul?
يؤذب يؤذب no yeah يؤذب يؤذبان يؤذبون تؤذب تؤذبان يؤذبن تؤذب تؤذبان تؤذبون تؤذبون تؤذبين تؤذبون تؤذبين تؤذبان تؤذبن أؤذب نؤذب.
Very good, mashallah. How do you make فعل أمر هذا?
أذب أذبا أذبوا أذبي أذبا أذبنا.
So when you want to make فعل أمر, you remove the ya and you remove the dhamma and change it to a sukun. It becomes azib. Okay. And how do you make اسم فاعل?
مؤذب.
Yes. You change the meme and you give it a tanween. مؤذب.
Yeah, but مؤذب مؤذبان مؤذبون مؤذبة مؤذبتان مؤذبات.
Okay.
مؤذب مؤذبان مؤذبون مؤذبة مؤذبتان مؤذبات.
Okay, so mu'azzibun is the one who is sending the azab. Mu'azzabun is the one who is receiving the azab.
Yes,
right?
Only harakat makes a difference.
Oh yes, that's why we are so strict in the Quran. We don't let the student go a little bit here and there. It's not a little difference makes a big difference. Okay?
Okay.
MashaAllah. Ahsanti. Taqabbal Allah. Now the last one. Oh, are we out of time? Yes, we are. Okay, this is the last one. Qaddama. Qaddama means to put forth.
قدما قدما قدموا قدمت قدمتا قدمنا قدمت قدمتما قدمتم قدمتي قدمتما قدمتنا قدمت قدمنا.
Okay, wait. Whenever you pronounce a shabda, you have to you have to put force into it.
شدة. Okay.
قدم, not قدم, not قدم, قدموا, قدمت, not like that. قدم, قدم, قدموا, قدمت, قدمتا, قدمنا. Right?
Okay.
Okay, so we move on to يقدم.
يقدم يقدمان يقدمون تقدم تقدمان يقدمن أنت تقدم تقدمان تقدمون أنت تقدمين تقدمان تقدمن أقدم نقدم.
Good, mashallah. مجهول.
يقدم يقدم يقدمان يقدمون تقدم.
No, your pronunciation is not correct. You are pronouncing a kasra instead of a fatha.
I'm sorry. تقدم تقدمان تقدمون. I'll
No,
start
start from
the beginning.
start over.
Yeah. يقدم يقدمان يقدمون تقدم تقدمان يقدمن أنت تقدم تقدمان تقدمون أنت تقدمين تقدمان تقدمن أقدم نقدم.
Very good, mashallah.
It's difficult.
Now, no, it's new. It's not difficult. It's, believe me, it's easier than Sulasi Mujarrad.
No.
It's easier than Sulasi Mujarrad. You will send me 100 conjugations, inshallah, and then you will say that it is easier.
Yeah.
Believe me, inshallah. Okay, so what is the Fa'il Amr Hazar? Remove the alamat muzari, remove
and the sukun. Yeah.
and change it into sukun. What remains?
قدم
قدم.
قدم قدما قدموا. No. قدم قدما قدموا قدمي قدما قدمنا.
Good, mashallah. And what is ism fa'il?
مقدم مقدمون مقدمان مقدمون مقدمة مقدمتان مقدمات.
أحسنتي. اسم مفعول.
مقدم مقدمان مقدمون مقدمة مقدمتان مقدمات.
Okay. صلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. Now this is exercise number 1. Write the Arabic and translation of the following. تصديقا الغائبون من الماضي المعلوم. صدقوا. They believed. Right? So you have to do this exercise if you can do it. If you cannot do it, inshallah, we can do it together in the next session. Then we will move on to form 3, which is Bab Mufa'alah. Now, the Bab al-Taf'il is about repeatedly doing something or doing something with strength, or to change a lazim into a muta'addi. That's it, inshallah. Any questions?
No
questions. Okay.
No.
So let's end it today. صلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. إلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات, especially including family, مرحومين from your families, our family, and جملة مؤمنين ومؤمنات, especially including علماء إسلام and شهداء إسلام. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك على رسول الله وآله الأطهار. على رسول الله وآله الأطهار. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. عجل فرج